your team were not assertive in the previous game, which you lost to Accra Lions. Yeah, you've not lost this one. Having lost to Carolina and Accra Lions, it's a draw now, which means you stopped the defeat. But would you describe your team as assertive as you wanted them to be?
No, we're not in the box. I think in the first half we should have been up by 4. You were in commentary, you saw it. They should have scored under 3 minutes. Should have scored under 7 minutes. Ali should have scored under 15 minutes. But again, that's how football is. If you keep on missing the chances, it will come back to haunt you. Thank God it didn't haunt us by way of defeat, but rather at least we got a point out of it and we kept a clean sheet. I think in the second half we were more rushing, so we didn't create as many chances as we did in the first half. I admit that. We'll continue working on it, scoring, and we'll see what will come out of it.
Yeah, and you speak about the opening 15 minutes where you completely dominated the game and created lots of chances in that side, after which we didn't see a lot of the chances coming through. Around the time which also Tamale City also settled into the game, are you worried that when they settled, your team just couldn't break them down? And it was at the early stages where you unsettled them that you created those chances?
No. It's not as if they couldn't break them down, but rather we were rushing after messing up the chances, because Ali Ajenim had a beautiful chance at the 40th minute before. But the point is that I always say is that if teams go on away and you don't break them down early, they grow in confidence. They begin to do long balls. They sit deep. And you know, any team that sits deep is very difficult anywhere to break them down. So as the game was going on, they began to sit deep. And I think it is not because we couldn't break them. We still had chances late in the game. But then, as I'm saying, if you are rushing, football is not a rush game. Football is a patient game. You got to be patient, knock the ball around, put crosses in the box, find front runners, which we didn't find in the last minute of the game. Three games and you've not scored. Your team hasn't scored a goal against Karela, and then the more recent one against Accra Lions, and then this one at home in that should be a worrying time for you that your strikers are not finding the back of the net. Very worrying that the individual is not making the decision to score. As a coach, the best I can do is create patterns that will create the chances for the player to bang in the goals. Scoring goals comes out of confidence. My technical director will say that the coaches is to create a chance. Putting the ball behind the net is the capability and ability of the player. You saw this chance, empty pool, goalkeeper down. I think if a player misses that, it is not Josie or it is not Pep doing, or it is not mine doing. It is the ability of the player not to have composure. It comes with confidence, because when you see that the strikers are not scoring, then they want to score.
Isn't it your job as a coach then, as a trainer, to build that confidence for the players somehow?
You got to build their confidence by telling them to calm down and giving them more opportunities and putting them in the same situations. We'll continue to put them in the same situations and create the opportunities for them to score. That's what we will do.
It's probably my longest post-match interview I've done with any coach. Wonderful conversation with you. All the best in the next match against Swatchman. Another draw for your side. It's a clean sheet. Yes, you didn't get a goal away from home. Your first point on the road. What did you make of your team's performance today?
It's a good performance from the boys. At least we all know Dreams is not a bad team, a very good side with a very good technical team. And in fact, getting draw away at least somewhat better.
When the game started, your team looked like they were not ready for the kickoff. They were all over the place.
I said this, the fatigue was in the setting within the ball. And that's why I told them, if we don't start the game, we will be down. And it happened against Accra Lions because of tiredness. But immediately after the 5-10 minutes, then at least we got back to the game and we dominated till the end.
Now you mentioned tiredness, that takes me to another question that I want to ask. Your team played last time on Monday in a difficult game, in a harsh condition in Tamale against RTU. You travel all the way down to the south to play against Dreams FC away from home. Little time to prepare and recover. You made only one change. No, in the game that's starting 11.
Yeah.
Only one change up until the 93rd minute that you brought in another sub. your players still look like they had energy.
Mostly we don't change because of sometimes not tiredness alone. Sometimes look at the game itself, how it goes tactically. Our 2 matches, if you can see, against Accra Lions, we put a player in and resubstituted him again. Against Atu, we did the same.
Yep.
So we have to take time and do the substitution. They were all playing well. At least we do our substitution because of the yellow card. Had a yellow card. And sometimes we don't want to take risks. And above all, they play well. They play well.
Are you impressed with the way your team adapted to your tactics after the first 10 minutes that was shaky?
At least, as I said, this thing happened in a game. Without this thing, you won't get up. It happened because after I have to wake up and started playing well. And immediately after this, you got into the game, you got so many chances and dominated get to the end. So at least we work on, at least we start early because we considered before early. So we have to now work on it until start the game from the whistle up to the end.
Yeah, normally when teams draw away from home, they are happy. Is there a game you're thinking you could have won?
This game we should have won this game. To be honest with you, we had a clear chances. If you look at the first half and the ending of the game, and this is our problem most of the working. We get more chances than the one that we score, and this we have to keep on working, and different to get there. At least we are scoring, we are defending. At least we will get there.
Congratulations to you, Lord Baumate. You are the man of the match for this fixture. You kept the sheets clean, didn't concede a goal. What did you make of your performance and the back line as well?
I think tactically we were disciplined. We should have killed the game in the early minutes of the first half, but it's unfortunate we waste all of our chances. But we believe going forward, we are going to do our corrections and we can go away and surprise everybody.
How frustrating is it for you as a goalkeeper when you stand in your goalpost and chances are being missed as they were missed today for your side? You're helpless, you can't do much, you can't run across the pitch to go and score. How frustrating is it for you to watch on and see your team missing chances?
Sometimes it's very sad and very hurting, but the most important thing is everybody has a role to play on the field. Mine is to keep the post safe. So even if my strikers are not scoring, I have to make sure I also don't concede. So at the end of the day, we can even pick at least a point. So I shouldn't be that frustrated enough to say my strikers aren't scoring, so I also give up. When it happens like that, I'll let the team down. So I just have to raise my head up and keep the team going.
This is a very young team. You're about the most experienced player in this side. I mean, how has it been for you working with this young talent who are batting through this club?
I think it's not easy, but it's a good feeling. Mixing with this youth, it's good. We just hope that going forward, we will get our rhythm right and we'll surprise everybody.
Congratulations today, the man of the match. All the best in next games.
Thank you, sir.